Hi guys, it's me, Teresa Perrin. I just want to bring you a very quick update and then some technical analysis for where we're headed. Guys, I'm so excited. We are back above $1. If you follow me on Twitter, I told you we're about to make that high day breakout, and boom, we sure did. And guys, even with the whole Russia and Poland missile ordeal today, we stayed strong. So that is a very bullish indicator to me. Wait until I tell you the amount of trading done in the dark pool. It's getting absolutely ridiculous. And this is typical Susquehanna behavior. So, I don't know what to say about it other than legislation needs to change. But anyways, let's get started. Please smash that like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. And comment below if you're still holding your AVCT and if you bought more. All right, guys, first of all, I want to point out that our volume is still only half of its average volume. Normally, we trade 7.16 million shares. Today, we only traded 3.5 million shares. But despite that, and despite their little manipulative games they're playing, we are still at $1 and up 10.75% on the day. Woohoo! Finally. Here is the price action for the day. As you can see, the way it shows here is 10.21%. And at the time, we were at 101 when I took this picture. So we were up an additional 1.5% in the after hours. We're up 8.6% in the past week because, mind you, we had that little dip and then moved to the upside, right? So, but in the past year, we're still down 96.34%, guys. And in the past 3 months, 68.78. And I'm showing you this because we still have that gap fill from 315 to 394. So that is what I'm targeting first for this, should we not get buyout news prior to that. All right, guys, this makes me very angry because this is the same sort of stuff that happens with BBIG all the time. The dark pool trades have accounted for 79% of all trades of AVCT today. That's absolutely unacceptable, but it is what it is. AVCT sweep orders accounted for 9%. Now that's aggressive market action. So somebody's buying up large chunks in big sweeps. They're coming in and they don't care basically what they're paying, but their average price was 97 cents for those. Now, block trades accounted for 17% today, and that's higher than average. Normally, it's been 14%, and interestingly, because we're on low volume. But guys, this 79% in the dark pool is unacceptable. It truly, truly is, and it keeps getting higher every day. Changed as far as short interest, but I do want to show you that the 30,000 shares are available to short. That's getting less, guys. And the cost to borrow is between 27.55 or 27.49 and 29.23%. And here, we got new information on the failure to delivers, guys. And despite the fact that 95,569 would be due tomorrow, they were able to bring that down all the way on the 21st to 76. So guys, I don't think failure to delivers are going to come into play for these next 2 weeks, unfortunately. Maybe towards the end of the 2 weeks, depending on if they covered those 18,858, which we won't see. All right, guys, so this is the daily chart, and instead of it being on 1 year, I made it 3 months just so that I could make you see these lines a little bit better, because otherwise it looks all squished together, and it's the same thing no matter how I put it. So just so you're aware, this 13 is still under the 20 SMA. What I want to see as this price moves up is for the 13 to curl up, cross above the 20, and then eventually them both to curl and continue crossing above the 48 and the 200 SMA. There are a lot of people that trade the way that I do, which is the 1348 crossover. And when that happens on the daily chart, it is a very bullish indicator. The last time it happened was way back here before October. So it's been quite a while. And it was very brief when it did. It crossed over and it crossed back under. So guys, we ultimately want to see that. And I promise you when that happens, you will start to see more traders come into this. Now, we are seeing the RSI start to curl to the upside. Again, we want to get it to be above 50. Right now, it's around 33, 39, something like that. Sorry, I'm blind as a bat. 39.33%. So it's getting closer, but ultimately we want to see it trend above 50, which it will as we continue to get more interest. And guys, as you saw earlier, 79% of all trades are being sent to the dark pool. That is absolutely ridiculous. And how can we expect to see fair price action when something like that happens? Honestly, if there's one thing that I wish that Congress would do, it would be to get rid of dark pool trading. Because even though dark pool trading can be good when it's used correctly, you know, for large institutional trades that are meant to be, you know, buys that they're not, or sells that they're not trying to totally disrupt the market. But guys, that's not what they're using them for. And there's a real problem here. But anyways, back to the TA. The red on the MACD is curled up and crossed above the green, which is bullish. Now we want to see these continue to move to the upside and cross above this blue wave. And as you can see, when you go back, this has happened a couple times in the past 3 months. And you can see when this does happen, as it's making its way up, you're seeing that bullish movement to the upside. So that's when I want to see start to happen here, guys. That would be very, very good for us. Now, again, if a buyout does get announced, then none of this really matters because it's going to go to that price, and that's pretty much about where it's going to hang out until everything closes. So real briefly, I just want to show you on a, let's look at the 1 hour time frame first. And sorry for these lines, I don't know why it comes up like this, but if you're looking at the 1 hour chart, guys, it's actually even more bullish than the other one because we have the 13 and 20 that have crossed above the 48. And look at, they're getting closer to the cross above that 200 SMA. Ultimately, I'd love to see us trading above the 200 SMA. And our RSI's great, very nice level. It's at 58.99, so it's above 50, bullish. And again, the red is crossed above the green, and look at, we're above the blue wave here. So guys, you know, ultimately I expect to see crossover, cross under, crossover, ultimately trying to get higher and higher. That would be very bullish, okay? And I love that we're above that blue wave. Let's see on a smaller time frame like the 15-minute where we're at. Guys, on the 15-minute, we are above the 200 SMA. Very, very good. And the 13 and 20 are above the 48 as well. This is very bullish. I like it. And even with the after hours little manipulation, they're trying to bring it under $1 again. Quite activity. Not really worried about it. Let them play their games in the after hours. It is what it is. We can't control it. But the RSI is holding above 50. And as you can see, the MACD, the red, has crossed below the green. Ultimately, tomorrow, I want to see this curl back up above the green and continue our move up. And this is very normal, guys. You're going to see this happen, you know, many times throughout, you know, on the smaller time frames, it may be less frequent. On the 5-minute, you're going to see it happen sometimes multiple times a day, but you're going to see this go up and above until we start getting in a very nice uptrend and we just hold above. That would be awesome to do that for a while. But guys, it looks good. It looks bullish. I like what I'm seeing here. There's no reason for me to say that things are crazy. However, keep in mind that if, you know, all mayhem breaks loose with a war or something like that, it could create volatility that there's nothing we can do to control. But, you know, today's price action, when they announced the missiles that landed in Poland and killed 2 people, AVCT, I had over 20 charts on my screen, and AVCT was the only one that didn't even flinch. It just kept moving on up. So that was that price action where you see, I wish this pointer worked. I still haven't fixed that, but someone sent me a link to tell me how. Just have been dealing with other things. But right here, when we got that 13, that crossed above the 48 here, again, that's a key sign to buy. Look at that movement. And that was all during that, you know, time where they made that announcement. So we continue to move up. Very, very bullish, guys. Very, very bullish. Now, on the 5-minute time frame, the 13 just crossed below the 48, which is, it's still slightly above. They're very close. The 20 is below it. But guys, again, I'm not really worried. I want these waves to happen. This is consolidation right here. This is good. This little candle here, just forget about it. It's their games. But anyways, it has to do that anyways in order for this red to cross under so it can curl back up and give us a bigger move. And again, very close to that 50. We're at 46.68 and they just played that game. So guys, nothing to worry about here. Everything really looks like a continuation for tomorrow. And if you were to smush this all together right here, you would see a tiny little bull flag. So I am very confident that this will continue with a nice trend to the upside, provided there's no shockers to the market tomorrow that we can't control. And even then, this strength could take over. So thanks so much for watching and have a great night.